Welcome to Inside Gaming, I'm Brian. It is the Weekend Roundup. As you probably know, Google this week unveiled Stadia, its streaming platform that will allegedly be able to stream games to any device at 4K and 60 FPS. We'll see about that. While Google made a lot of promises in its hour-long presentation, a lot of people are understandably skeptical about how it will actually perform, especially given the latency question, which Google did not address. Well, the folks at Digital Foundry published some early test results. During the Project Stream beta, they reported a 179 millisecond lag while playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Then at GDC this week, they tested a demo of Stadia on a Google Pixelbook using Wi-Fi. They found that the delay had gotten a little bit better, 166 milliseconds. That's still higher than ideal, but Digital Foundry said overall they're optimistic and looking forward to putting Stadia through its paces when it releases later this year. I'm old school, I like owning my games. I'm not on board yet, I gotta be honest. Last month was a record setter for Apex Legends. The free-to-play battle royale game from Respawn made $92 million during the month of February, which was an opening month launch record, according to Super Data. Still though, Fortnite did better, making more than $300 million for the month. Meanwhile, Nielsen reported that gamers spent $8.2 billion on digital games in February, which is 2% higher than February of last year.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. I only spent $1 billion, so, you know, I stay within my limits.
Got that Rooster Teeth money!
Firestorm, the Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 5 releases on Monday, but could it follow the example of Fortnite and Apex Legends and eventually go free to play? One of its designers said no, but I don't know why we're doing a story on this, but he did seem to leave the door open just a little bit. At a preview event, John Stanley, a senior designer at Criterion Games, said, at the moment, it's really important for Firestorm to come out and be a part of Battlefield 5. At the moment. See, that's it. So you're saying there's still a chance. At any rate, people who actually bought the game will get to check it out first next week. Konami turns 50 this year. It looks great. And to celebrate, they're releasing 3 collections of some of their old school games. These are so old school, only I remember them. The first one releases April 18th. It'll have 8 arcade games from the 80s, including Haunted Castle, Gradius, I call it Gradius.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
I know y'all are gonna get mad at me. Life Force and Thundercross. Then things get a little juicier. Sometime early this summer, they are going to release the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, also with 8 games. They've announced 4 so far: the OG NES Castlevania, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, which came out on Game Boy, Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, which was on the NES, and Super Castlevania 4 that was on the Super NES, and everything had to have Super in its name back then. Also this summer, Konami will release a Contra collection that will include Contra, Super C, and Contra 3 The Alien Wars. It's gonna have 8 games too. They've only mentioned 4, but it's gonna be, I'll buy them all. The collections will come out for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam. So Microsoft and Nintendo, they are really playing well together these days, and they proved it again recently, announcing that one of the best Xbox exclusives is coming to the Switch. Not Sunset Overdrive, the other one. In its Nindies presentation this week, Nintendo said that Cuphead, the run-and-gun platformer with the sweet 30s style animation, is going to come to the Switch. And they even thanked our friends at Microsoft for making it possible. Aww. It releases on Switch April 18th, and also Microsoft said that Xbox Live support is gonna come to the Switch version too. Very interesting team up there, and if you haven't played Cuphead, definitely worth checking out. Oh, and the game's co-creator said he really wants to see Cuphead and Mugman in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Dude, you gotta wait in line behind Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight first. Maybe you can be a spirit. We'll give you that. All right, that is the Weekend Roundup for this week. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Google is getting into the video game business in a big way.
That's right. At GDC today, the tech giant announced Stadia, its new service that will let you stream games to any hardware device you want, from your TV to a toaster, I don't know, maybe even your phone.
Finally, more devices we can play games on!
About damn time, Lawrence.
Wasn't all, they got a fancy new controller for your ass, you know, the future.